For now, let's bring in an impressive guest. Maurice Hirsch is the former Director of Military Prosecution for Judea and Samaria, what Israel calls the West Bank. He's also the current Director of the Initiative for Palestinian Authority, Accountability and Reform in the Jerusalem Centre for Security and Foreign Affairs. Maurice, welcome to the show. Now, just as the ceasefire began, we see that Iran fired missiles into Israel. It is denying it did this. Do you have any doubt at all?
There's absolutely no doubt whatsoever that Iran fired those missiles, whether directly or indirectly. There aren't missiles just falling out of the sky, suddenly targeting Israel's civilian population, as they have done for the last really 2 weeks. This is a blatant breach by the Iranians. Their attempt to have the last say, no matter what, and to try and save a little bit of face after their entire military operation crumbled before Israel and the US. And now they're trying to really ensure that they can present what they have defined as a victory to the Iranian people as a justification for carrying on their genocidal mission to destroy Israel.
Now, over the past 12 days, Israel has reportedly hit over 1,000 military and nuclear sites in Iran. Israel Katz tonight has pledged forceful response to Iran's breach of the ceasefire agreement. So, are there sites that Israel has held back, or where do you expect that this response will be?
Unfortunately, there are still scores, if not more, of military targets in Iran. Their apparatus for creating the ballistic missiles alone was extensive and spread over really hundreds of different sites. If you then add on all of the nuclear sites and the development of nuclear capabilities, the sites that were spread all the way around Iran as well, all the different components that are needed in order to put together that technology with the know-how, the enriched uranium to make a nuclear bomb. It's quite an extensive apparatus, and there are still many targets for Israel to strike. It's a shame, really, that the Iranian regime has brought itself to this situation and has brought Israel to the situation where it must respond, and respond it must. If we ignore, this wasn't a small breach of the ceasefire, this was a fundamental breach of the ceasefire, and if we don't hold Iran accountable and soon, then they will understand that they have permission to continue possibly breaching the ceasefire without consequences, and that would be a bad message for the entire region.
Now, Israel did agree to the ceasefire. Are you confident that Netanyahu wouldn't have done so unless Iran's nuclear capability had been completely obliterated?
I think, as Israel's government said, the achievements that we have made over the last 12 days really exceeded all of our expectations. I think that if there was still an opportunity that Iran could turn around tomorrow, that the Iranian regime, sorry, not Iran, that the Iranian regime could turn around tomorrow and return to rebuilding its nuclear capabilities, then I don't think that Prime Minister Netanyahu would have agreed to any type of ceasefire. The goal was to put that threat off the table for decades to come. And I think that at least Israel's understanding of the situation of the bomb assessment, bomb damage assessment, as it's called, BDA, has led us to understand that those goals have been achieved, and we can now, at least for the moment, cease our fire.
All right, that's good to know, that bomb damage assessment. Maurice Hirsch, fantastic to have you on the show, and I hope to have you on once again. Thank you very much.